The price of shutting down STC cost $7.6 million. Most of that was money paid out to former employees in severance.
We had 224 employees, many of them long-term employees, and that's why when the arbitrator said, no, we think you should pay another $1.1 million out to these 90-some employees, that we never argued with that. We just said, if that's what you feel is right.
STC took its final ride in the spring of 2017. The government axed the bus company after 71 years in service. It cited a drop in ridership and a growing reliance on a government subsidy. Government figures show fewer people had been riding STC buses for decades. Today, the minister pointed to a tragedy in Manitoba he says impacted ridership. In 2008, Tim McLean was stabbed and beheaded aboard a Greyhound bus in Manitoba. The incident shook the industry. The government says STC tried its best to respond.
It seemed to be the tipping point of ridership started to really drop like a rock after that.
The province has spent the past year selling off STC's buses and buildings. So far, it's made almost $28 million in sales. One of those sales was to the city of Regina. It bought the former STC depot for $16 million to expand the police headquarters across the street. The rest of the sales are a secret. The government says it's bound by confidential contracts with buyers. The Saskatchewan NDP calls that unacceptable. It says the public has a right to know.
This wind down has had a huge effect on a lot of people throughout the province. And while finding out how much money was received in selling these assets in a broke down way, so that we can actually parse through the numbers and allow for at least a level of transparency into this sell-off. At least it would provide a little bit more information than we have now.
The government says it sold nearly all of STC's assets except one. That's this facility behind me, a maintenance garage in Regina. The government hopes to sell this one off soon, and once it does, that's officially it for STC. Stephanie Taylor, CBC News, Regina.